Pizza.
Good pizza.
You want me to call it in?
Call it in, Mike.
If David's paying for it, I'll call it in. See, they're already calling you, telling you the order's ready.
Hey, David,
Yes, sir.
he probably still got that $100 bill in his wallet.
That's right.
Actually, I got 100, 250s, and a few 20s.
All right.
But they're going for groceries and utility bills.
I use plastic to buy my groceries.
Yeah.
It comes out like it sometimes.
Well, what's neat about not having any money on you is when these people start hitting you up for money. Now, I ain't got any, and I'm telling the truth.
Even though
Most
you got
of
money.
plastic.
Even though I got money, I ain't got none on me.
You have a hole in your pocket.
No, I got a plastic card.
There you go.
He's got a card to his checking account.
All right, we're back. So, after reading Grant's book, Hitler wrote him and said, "This book is my Bible." Now that's in string. Men of Kemp.
Mind count.
Mein Kampf.
Mein Kampf.
In 1924, Adolf Hitler's mind was captivated by evolutionary thinking, probably since the time he was a boy. Evolutionary ideas lie at the basis of all that is the worst of Mein Kampf.
Sound like he grew up around non-Christian community or something.
He had a rough life, didn't
Yeah.
he? Very rough life.
And he held it against the saved people.
Yep.
Jewish people not only was the ones that got killed before the war hit them, he also went against the people that went to church.
Yep.
A lot of them.
Yeah, I know he burned Bibles too,
Yeah.
as well as other books. Anything that stood for human rights, he burned it.
Well, he went on to say, "I can only hope and expect that the other world, which it has such a deep sympathy for those criminals, at least be generous enough to convert this sympathy through the special practical aid." And he goes on to say, "We, our part, are ready to put all those criminals at the disposal of these countries. I care, even on luxury ships." So send them on luxury ships. So we're going to be in slide number 392. Evolution, the foundation of philosophy thinking behind money powers. Central bank, our bank is
You talk about central bank here?
any bank, no bank.
Okay.
For the love of money is the root of all evil. Money equals power. Power equals ye shall be as gods.
You gotta remember now, the banks and federal government have no collateral to back up money.
This is also true. Follow the yellow brick road.
Oh,
The yellow
Lord.
brick road.
Interesting. OZ, Wizard of Oz. Uh-oh. Come on back here, baby.
Keep it on.
I know. It's for some reason it likes to.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Yep. Follow. Thank you, Don. That's great. OZ could mean ounces equals gold.
OZ.
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 I
Yep.
know.
Wizard of Oz.
I know.
Wizard of Oz.
Hey, that's pretty, I mean, as long as that movie's been out, I never thought of it like that. Of Yellow Brick Road.
There you go, brother.
Most people hadn't thought of it, I guess. I
Yeah.
never did.
In Ezekiel, Satan said, "I am a god. Thou hast gotten thee riches. He is wiser than Daniel, with thy wisdom and with thy understanding. Riches, because of his riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of his riches. the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. Interesting. Anything?
D. Rockefeller.
Yep.
What's the same today? The rich rule
Yeah.
over the poor.
Some
There's
people-
not a senator up there that ain't rich.
Yeah. True.
We've never elected a poor president. They've all been
that
rich.
surprised me when they elected Trump.
Yeah.
Trump might have more money coming to him from his businesses than what they paid him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
He never took a salary while he was president.
No.
Obama did too.
Well,
His salary is
he
only
gave it away.
$500,000
Yeah.
a year.
Well, Obama had financial ties too.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, when you become president,
No,
you
ain't none of them gonna
you
tell
start
you they're
writing
rich.
Yeah.
these books, and then you make all that
175,000
royalty
what
off
they
these
make.
books
Yeah,
because you was
right.
president.
It's under the table.
Right?
Right.
When you're president, you get your followers.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna buy you books.
Yeah. Carnegie Foundation financed the National Center for Science Education. The president is Dr. Eugene Scott. You know her?
No, I was talking about Eugene.
Oh, there you go. Eugene C. Scott. Now that's interesting. Man,
Rockefeller.
yeah. Many super rich men think they have evolved smarter and they deserve to rule the inferior masses of the world. That's what they think. For centuries, the alchemists sought for a way to turn lead into gold.
Lead.
Looking for the Midas touch.
Yep.
Lead.
Turn lead into gold.
Yep.
That'd be fake stuff.
Turn lead into gold. The bankers discovered a way to do it. Start wars and finance both sides.
Hey, you can't lose that way.
Yeah?
We're neutral.
Neutral, yeah.
They're like Switzerland.
You money, give you money, pay me back.
There you go.
Well, they do that today anyway. They found out a lot of the banks or a lot of the rich firms and stuff like that do business with the
Yeah.
criminal element down in South America and Mexico,
Yeah.
and they're playing both sides against the middle,
Oh, yeah.
and we happen to be in the middle.
Yep. True. After the lead stopped flying, the gold rolls in.
Lead.
What?
After the lid stops flying,
Oh.
the gold rolls in.
It's one of them two words there.
Yeah.
Lead and lead.
Yeah.
Interest payments on the debt, yeah. It has several different meanings.
Yeah.
The gold rolls in as the interest payments on the debt during World War II. U.S. debt rose to $43 billion. Interesting. The Japanese rose to 348%.
That's a lot.
That is. The French debt rose 580. Canadian debt rose 417. Bill still, money matters. The national debt is staggering. Go ahead, Donald.
We have borrowed money for the king's tribute, and that upon our lands and vineyards and load we bring into bondage our sons and daughters to be servants.
Oh, that sounds like income tax.
That's right. Some of the history of the love of money quotations in America, like the Bank of England, to the only Congress had the power to coin money. You see,
I
that's
have heard
interesting.
that the taxes England was putting on the colonists in 1776
Yeah.
compared to what we pay in tax today was nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We are paying more tax in our government than
Yes.
England ever thought about getting equalized if everything was equal.
Jefferson warned, if the American people ever allow private banks to control the issue of currency, first by inflation, then by deflation, the banks and the corporations that will grow up around them will deprive the people of all the property until their children wake up homeless on the continent their fathers conquered. Continent that their fathers conquered. Interesting.
Keep them poor and take their land because they can't pay their mortgage payment.
Yep. 20-year charter with the Bank of England. Alexander established a 20-year charter with them. The renewal was denied and war broke out. So that's, interesting stuff to think about.
I guess England wanted their colonies back.
That's right, yeah. Go ahead, Donald. Read number 8 for us.
1861-1901 Industrial Revolution created great wealth in the hands of a few. Yeah, back there to Rockefeller.
You had the guy that owned the train lines, and he's the one that made the most.
Yep.
Because he connected up the east to the west.
Mm-hmm.
J.P. Morgan
Oh, yeah.
creates financial panic of 1907 to promote the idea of a central bank.
And now we have them
Let
worldwide.
me create a problem and give you the fix for it, and I'll be famous and rich.
Yep. The Marxist colonial house in Wilson administration wrote Philip Drew, administrator, to explain his conspiracy to establish a central bank to create a progressive income tax control both political parties. Interesting. And this is just the
I'd have to look up, see when income tax started being paid by the people.
right.
I don't know if it's that.
Wasn't that under
I don't know
Delaware?
if that was the,
Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
could have been.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff started about that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't pay the income tax in the Great Depression because you didn't have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I didn't pay my taxes
The
last
roaring 20s, and then we had the 30 fallout front behind it. The 30s were.
I didn't pay my
years.
taxes last year, and I talked to a government friend of mine. He said, "Ain't you worried they'll come get you?" I said, "They're gonna owe me money anyway." I said, "They've owed me $300 to $700 every year."
Yeah.
I figured I'd just let them have it. Don't have to pay me for it. He went, "That's all you can do." He just went,
Wow.
The rich men.
Yep. The rich men then tricked the people getting a social security number in order to get the benefits from the government. As usual, they created a crisis to encourage compliance.
"That's where Social Security come from."
Yep.
Panic.
Roosevelt started that too.
Yep.
And that is a,
Not Teddy, but
Theodore.
Theodore.
Yep.
I mean, Franklin.
Franklin Delano.
Yeah.
That is a socialist.
He was a
Yeah.
socialist president. In all reality, he believed in socialism. That's what I heard and read.
And he wanted to pack the court.
I didn't know him.
Supreme Court too.
Yeah. And they're about to do that now.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Yeah, it's
it. They won't get enough Democratic judges in there to.
to
Yeah.
control. It's about
Balance,
control.
yeah.
What'd you say? Power, money, money equals
that-
power
that-
equals
that-
control. Yeah.
The government will tell you this is not income to live on. This is just supplemental income. You need to have a plan.
Yep, that's what it was for.
But
To supplement your retirement.
the thing is, people got to the point where they depended on it.
Well, they come out December
And there's
talking
nothing
about
never
the
happened,
taxes.
nothing to live on.
Right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they come out talking about the taxes in December, about these. Make sure you file and get your benefits. It was originally 300, then it went up to 700, and then they talked about 1,300, and everybody was biting at the bit for it.
Yep.
I was sitting there and said, "Well, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I'm not worried about it."
I didn't need it.
That's right.
Old card said, not for identification. Social security number. Now, of course, that's not there.
Oh, yeah.
It's for your identification number, I guess.
They have now changed the used to old Social Security number had to deal originally with your birthday. Now they come out and say, "We got to protect y'all." They send a new card out, and
I hadn't got one yet.
you hadn't.
Mm-mm.
I've got one.
Well, I still got my same old Social
Mine
Security.
too.
I've got both of my cards in here. They say, "Hey," but they sent me a brand new one.
Now they're gonna arrest you for
You
having
ain't
two.
talking about
I don't care.
Which
You're
one
talking
are you
about
getting
Medicare, are
Social
you?
Security off? Which one are you filing taxes?
Well, they turned my number, my original number, into the new one. They said, "We're doing this to
You
protect
sure that
you."
one? Are you on some kind of Medicare or Medicaid?
Yeah.
Well, see, they did that on that card to get your Social Security number off your old one. It won't be on your new one.
Yep.
Now, the Social Security card here, that's not the same thing. That's what you get when you got to get a driver's license.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back when I was growing up. But when my children were born, I had to get them one when they was born.
Yeah.
That's right.
You didn't have
Yeah, you have to
couldn't
get
wait till
one
they was
now.
16 to get one.
You have to get one
Have to
now
get
when
when
you're
you're born.
We had to get David one before.
Yeah.
And now you got to go through all this, whatever it is, to get a driver's license. You have to have
Social
something where you can get on an
Security.
airplane and fly across the country.
Yep, the star.
Well,
Whether you gonna fly or not.
did you know
So
the
with all
first,
that.
the first three numbers designate shows where you got it from?
Mm-mm. On Social Security,
Yep.
on a new one.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I think it's still the same for everybody's.
Yeah.
If people around here, theirs is going to be like 4 what?
Mhm. I found
What's the first three numbers?
422,
Huh?
421, 422, 423.
See, I didn't get mine here.
I had an MP stop me in the military going in the gate. He wanted to see that. I
Yeah.
showed him my Social Security card. He said, "Man, we brothers. Mine's just one number off from yours. You come from Alabama?" I said, "Yeah." So that's
Yeah.
when I started figuring that out.
Well, see, I feel when I put mine down, if I've had to use it around here in Alabama, my point says, "Where are you from?" This ain't Alabama. So I was living in Illinois when I got mine. Mine's a 339 number.
Mhm.
Well, my old one starts, what's it, 420? Alabama.
Something like that.
420. And then this new one has got numbers all mixed to it.
Oh, wow. Well, your $100 bill, is, the federal, at the top, Federal Reserve Note.
Do I need to pull mine out and check it? See if it's for
The
real.
United
You gotta
States.
get a
of America.
magnifying glass.
You may
Yeah.
have,
Well, that don't do me no good.
you
This
may have one
note,
of them counterfeit bills.
yeah, this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private, and is redeemable in lawful money at the United States Treasury. Lawful money, instrument.
Or at any federal bank.
Yeah. This note is legal tender. So this, money is interesting.
You don't see many of them around anymore.
Absolutely.
I think I got a couple at home.
Does anything look strange about this?
You got a circle up there.
Remember, Federal Reserve Note.
So the $2, that's a $20. Yeah, okay. That $2 bill doesn't have it.
Yep.
Well, there's other paper money you don't see no more either. And that's gold certificates.
Right.
You can get the 10s and 5s and 20s and
It's interesting.
I think they quit making them before World War II.
Yeah.
Permit me to issue and control a nation's money, and I care not who makes its laws.
Who wrote that?
Mayor Michelle
Rothschild.
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 The surest way to destroy a nation, this is true, by the way, is to debauch its currency. How about that?
Which is what China's trying to do now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the thing in China and Russia's trying to this morning they come out and said that I think it's Russia was trying to mess up the oil rigs.
Yeah,
Spokesman from Alabama controls our part.
right.
He sitting here and said, "That's all right. We got enough gas and stuff to last us till the end of the month."
To the end of tomorrow.
Many
Unless
have,
somebody hybrids does whatever it is they
Yeah.
did. Messes with their computer.
Well, they mess with the computer. They
We
got it
keep
all
taking
taken care of.
everything to computers, knowing that they
Yeah.
get in there and break into them all the time.
well, this is interesting. Many have been duped into thinking they are obligated to go along without protest. The real question is who is in charge and who owns the U.S. and gives the orders.
Owns us and gives the orders.
We create government.
I like U.S. better.
The people create government, an artificial, non-living, fictionless person. Government owns and controls, regulates taxes, assigns numbers to fines, destroys or whatever it wants to do with whatever it creates.
We gave them power to do
We
that,
give the power to do that.
but we can't take it back.
That's true.
Owner of revolution.
Mm-hmm.
God created people, obviously, right? Because we're here. People created the government based on God's laws. That is true. The states created the government called the United States of America.
Not all governments are
Yeah.
based on God's law.
Yeah.
I know. Some government created United States Corp. The United States creates the states like Florida and Tennessee, and it also creates person like Kent Hovind and David Tillotson and Don Haywood. God, people, state, government, United States of America, United States, persons, mirror, Kansas, ounces. Does that make sense? The Wizard of Oz.
Oh. He likes that.
It thinks it's gold.
Follow the yellow
Streets
brick
of-
road.
The streets of gold ain't yellow brick road. The streets of gold. But it's probably a gold pleaded.
Yes. The United States of America, the federal entity defined by Article Number 1, Section 8, Clause 17, United States of America, one of the 50 sovereign states, direct of the Columbia states. The plaintiff pleading the case having the venue of the justification,
Jurisdiction.
what I say?
Justification.
Or originating in the Philippines.
Plaintiff pleading in a case having the venue of the jurisdiction originating in the District of Columbia. That's interesting. What?
Yeah, let's listen to you.
I gotcha. So here's
There's an advertisement.
Horns of the Beast by Bill Steele.
$14.95.
Yep. Whoever Bill Steele is.
He's selling his book $14.95.
Yeah.
That's right.
Now, what's it referring to?
I have no idea.
The horns of the beast.
The horns of the beast.
Who's he referring to?
The New World Order.
Back it up.
How many horns has it got?
On the horns of the beast, the Federal Reserve and the New World Order.
Yep. A great series of books, which we just mentioned, on the Rockefeller family ties with the destruction of the capitalism and the triumph of world communism. Available from Miss Theo Mevis.
Rockefeller back Khrushchev?
Yep. So Khrushchev often boasted that he received secret codes, money, and all secret reports from Rockefeller dominant CIA quislings. Uh-oh. We might be, oh, David, here we go.
We have traded real money.
Yep, we
Gold
have
and
traded
silver,
real money, gold and silver,
worthless paper.
for worthless paper. Soon, those who control the real money will require all transactions to be controlled electronically.
Paper money's been worthless since the 1970s.
They're already trying to get everybody to go electronic.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know about other countries, but the United States, paper money's worthless.
Right? But check this out. Revelation
It is not backed by gold or silver.
Revelation
13:16.
13:16. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that he had the mark, or the name, or the number of his name. Well, actually, let's go back to that.
You know what it's mean by that, don't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you cannot buy or sell without the mark. But what if a Christian takes the mark?
He's giving up God, I guess.
No.
But
Here's what happens. No man that might buy or sell, say that he had the mark, he has a mark, or the name of the beast, or
The number of his name.
the number of his name in his head. So, you can take the mark, you just can't worship him. That's the way I see it. What do you think, David?
I told you what the mark was.
I know.
It's symbolic. It's
Hold
not,
on, hold
it's
on,
not literal.
hold on, Sonny. What do you think, Dave?
I thought
Don?
his name was David.
If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark, you see, in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of God, and he shall be tormented by fire and brimstone.
Go back to the ones before that.
That one?
What does it say?
Fire stone? Save the
One before that. Okay.
We're about to show you something interesting here, David.
I was just looking at one thing. It says one thing, and then 2 verses down, it doesn't mention that one thing again.
What? What's that?
The right hand.
Yeah.
Go down 2. I think it's 2. It doesn't say, yeah, forehead or in his hand. It don't say the right hand again. It should say the right hand there.
Yeah. Money one day will not be accepted, Pensacola News says. This will be a trend until the mark in his head or hand is required. The mark of the beast, the New World Order. This is a interesting theory. Microchip. We talked about in our Lies in the Textbook session, they have made microchips so small an ant can carry it around in his mouth.
But you also got one on your debit card too.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't have to have it in your head or your hand. You already carrying one around.
I got a debit card one time that had 666 printed on it. I turned around and handed it back to him. I said, I will not accept this card.
Gotta remember though, that's symbolic, that's not literal.
I know, but still.
I think it's literal. I think
We
it's,
studied that and I showed you what that was.
I know, but this says otherwise though.
No,
The 666 is the mark of the beast.
I told you.
The mark of man is 6. The mark of full rejection is 6.
If you was going to bring that up, I would have brought my information.
Six,
on
six,
why-
I told you last night to bring it, remember?
No, you
It
didn't
don't
say
mean
you
the
said
actual
anything
number is
about
going to be 666.
the mark of the beast.
I thought I did.
No, it tells you what the right hand's for and what the number's for. It's not a mark.
You got to remember your number.
You don't have to remember your number. It's referring to laws, and I forgot the other one. You got to follow
There we go.
you got to follow the law of who is ever in charge. If you don't follow that law, then you get.
Right, but they're already putting chips into pets.
Yeah.
They're putting chips
You
in
can trace
people.
them.
That's
in-
just to keep track of them. That
You
ain't
got one
to
in
buy
your
and
car,
sell
too.
anything.
yeah.
They got chips you can put into your children.
Yeah,
Hey,
at,
they
at
got-
Disney World.
And they
Yes.
got chips that you can put into older people.
I don't need a chip to be followed. It's right here.
You got a chip in your cell phone. You got a chip
Yeah.
in your car.
Yep.
You don't need it in your body. They're
And you-
following you anyway.
And your
Yeah.
bank card has a little chip up there. I went by a bank today and the girl said, turn your card to where the chip is so we can read it.
Turned it in backwards.
Tap it now. You just
Yep.
Oh, that's all you gotta do is
Hey,
swipe.
some of them use their phone. If they buy
Oh, yeah.
something with,
Yeah.
they use their phone.
You can buy
Use
something
that.
with your Apple
Yeah.
Watch.
Why do you need something like a chip in your hand or your forehead
Yeah.
if you can just use your phone to buy something with?
People gonna use the phone more than anything.
Yeah. The new
right now.
Moo chip from Hitachi.com. I'm just saying it's interesting, David, that this is here, you know? Chips and implants present some intriguing possibilities and raise a host of concerns about privacy and ethics.
Well, the thing about it, the chip, it's going to have to be powered somehow.
But check this out. Okay, absolutely.
Solar power.
Nope.
Absolutely. There's
Human power.
Human power.
human power, yeah. High tech under the skin. New York Times, February 2006.
Where's the hottest spot on a human body?
Right hand.
And the forehead.
Forehead.
There you go, baby. You see?
But you know, a battery's not made to last forever. It's better to have a debit card or a phone.
But check this out.
Because you'll be recharging that phone because you don't want it to go dead.
Right?
You're not talking about normal times. Look at that.
There's a pizza guy, Dave. Go get him.
I know. Panda camera over there.
I seen him messing with his phone
Talking
all
about
the other
tribulation
time.
times.
You go out there and offer him twice what he's got in there, he'll give it to you.
That's right.
Okay.
He'll go by and tell other people they had trouble
Right?
getting.
Right?
We got just a few minutes left.
I know it.
Few minutes.
I know. Dave's got.
We cut
You're
off
not-
at 7 again.
You're not
No, it's
talking about
7:15 now.
Oh,
current
well,
times.
We
Yeah.
messed up.
Yeah, we're doing good. But real quick. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, this
Someone. Hold on, Dave.
this government that's going to it's going to be ruling the world.
Yeah.
Or it's going to influence all governments.
Yeah.
And all governments are going to submit to it.
Therefore, we're not talking about anything that we could possibly understand right now, because we're not under one world government right now.
Not yet.
We see all this other
No,
stuff we
but-
just talked about coming about
Yeah.
that
But-
leads up to it.
Like I've told David, that entity does exist. It just hasn't blossomed yet.
They took full power.
Satan doesn't know when the restrainer's gonna be removed. He always has somebody in place that he can make into the Antichrist, can enter into him at any time that he wishes. There's always been
Well,
that possibility.
I forgot where that Paul wrote. He said the Antichrist was already there even in his time.
Oh yeah.
And he wasn't talking about false
You're
teachers.
talking about a little A or a big A.
He's talking about the big one that's
big
going to
A.
happen in the end.
Yeah.
It was already there.
Well,
So the Antichrist has been around.
that's what I said.
Since
He's
Jesus
always
was
had one
crucified.
that he could do that with.
Yep.
There's always been one here that he could enter into and take over and be the Antichrist.
Yep.
Because we don't know when that's gonna happen or when the restrainer's gonna be removed.
Now this is what I'm telling you. This one entity has been in existence
Yep.
since Paul's time. It ain't transferred from
Yeah.
man to man. It's been in
Yeah.
existence.
Satan's been
So
in
it's-
existence the whole time. He's the
it's-
one that is the Antichrist.
But see, it's not just going to be a person. It's going to be a political, religious system
That's in there too.
that's going to back this one person.
They're gonna back the
And there's
Antichrist.
there's only one place in the world you can find that,
Well, check this out though, guys.
and they've existed all this time.
Check this out though. In the King James Version, Revelation 13:6, Don, you'll like this. ID chip would be put inside the body. It says
Well, they have
in
the
there.
capability of doing that now with
Yeah.
medical and everything else.
Yeah, but check this out, Don. This is in string. In their right hand, in their right hand, and in their foreheads. Check out what they did with all the other Bible versions. They say on instead of in. Isn't that interesting? The different Bible versions say on. They change one letter to decipher for what it actually is. I find that interesting.
Oh, what I find interesting is if that was going to happen, and
That's the NIV Bible.
I would use,
Tattoo.
I would put pacemakers in everybody.
Yeah.
If they didn't go by what you said, you can always unplug it and they'll die.
Don't talk about that.
In Revelation 13 in the NIV states he required everyone, great and small, rich and poor, slave and free, to be tattooed with a certain mark on the right hand or on the forehead.
Revelation 13.
Verses 16 and 17. On. Very interesting. Very, I mean, they change one letter and it changes the entire thing. How about the RSV?
All Bibles are not created the same.
On. The mark of the beast.
Depends on how you translate it into English.
Yeah.
Or any other language.
Revelation 13:6 in the King James. He calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Which
And with the
Bible
microchip, they're implanting that in to their. Yeah, David's got his Greek and Hebrew Bible stuff. What does it say, David?
It don't say on or in.
What does it say?
Given
Given.
a mark. It doesn't say on or in.
Oh.
What chapter?
That's
Revelation
13:16.
13, 16, 17.
Man, hiccups.
What he's saying is the King James and the Hebrew or the Greek Bible don't say the same thing.
Right.
Chapter 13.
13:16.
He
Leave
opens
the
his
floor.
hands to everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive the mark on his right hand or in his forehead.
You got on or in?
Okay, he forces each one to receive a mark on his right hand.
What version of the Bible is that?
Revelations.
No, what
13.
version of the Bible is it?
Oh.
NIV or
Now it's
KJV?
architectural Bible. It picks the different
Yeah.
different things in the world that happen all around the world and compare them in notes in here. I asked for King James version this, and they said we don't make it.
No, they don't go by the King James Bible when they do that. They go by what the whole world thinks about it, not what the Bible says.
Just get 6 different versions of what happened in the world compared to
Right.
what happened in the Bible.
Like I said, all Bibles are not created equal.
This is the final stage in becoming global reality, said Robin Kelly of Mondex International. With MasterCard's banking, there is nothing to stop the Mondex.
You want to get into Greek on that?
Now, yeah, in just a minute. Mondex now from becoming the global standard with watch for smart cards using set protocols, secure electronic transactions that will display the set mark. Set equals the Egyptian god of evil or Satan. Yeah, go ahead, David, and we'll end it there.
Okay, definition of mark in the Greek.
Go ahead, Dave.
It is a scratch or etching stamped as a badge of servitude or sculptured figure. Noun from carresso, to engrave. An engraving, something engraved or sculptured. A mark cut in or stamped. It won't be no chip.
I don't know, though.
It's the Greek.
That's the Greek. A couple more points and we'll quit. Because we got 5 minutes till 7:30.
I gotta leave before that. I gotta leave 6:29.
Oh, we got.
I gotta leave at 6:28.
Well, you're a little late on that.
Then in that case, I'm leaving when he's leaving.
Okay. Passes fare cards. Interesting. See map for kiosk for fare. It's interesting. I like to go on cruises, and Mike's best friend Julian, he is obsessed with going on
Why do
cruises.
you always hang him as my best friend?
But did you know that you cannot go buy anything on a cruise ship without their special card?
Yeah, they get your credit card number.
Oh yeah, they're getting the money from you some way.
Oh yeah. You are the card. You as the individual are the card. Chips implanted in Mexico. Judicial workers. I'm just saying it's interesting, and that's why I find it so hard and difficult to find it
technology.
symbolic.
Today, nobody has to drive a car.
No.
Just don't have to. You can plug in where you go and lay down and go to sleep and safely get there.
Yeah.
They just can't implement it yet, but it's there.
That's
Cars,
right.
they're implementing it a little bit at a time
Yeah.
because they'll stop themselves. They will keep it from crossing over the white lines and
Well, they'd
a
already
little
got
bit at a time.
the electronic cars.
Mhm.
Right.
Biden wants to implement that in all federal cars. That's used.
Wow, won't that be a
That-
mess?
That's close to being
Until you change
computerized.
the stop signs and the red lights where they cooperate with the computer in the cars. The
Right.
red light tell the computer the car's got to stop at this many feet. The car stops. You got to turn right. It just puts you in the parking spot.
Well, you know,
Until you do that,
they already got cars that if you get too close, they'll break themselves.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Or
They'll
Or if you
stop.
cross
They'll
the
stop
line.
themselves. Yeah.
The people.
Had a brother-in-law or a son-in-law rather that worked building buses. And he said those buses had a sensor
Yeah.
all the way around them. If they got too close, or somebody got too close, or if they started crossing the line, it'd beep. And probably now, up to now, probably stop.
That's probably
Yeah.
something from that bus line out there.
And it is, and put themselves back in the lane they're supposed to be in.
Bus
So
driver.
we don't have to drive cars.
No.
The GPS will take you exactly where you want to go.
Mm-hmm. The
I don't
people,
know how much safer that would be in the future, but it's coming.
oh yeah,
Well, they already got the electronic cars.
Yep.
Planted. They got the sensors around the cars.
And the stop thing is down now where they can stop themselves.
Well, it's like they showing these cop shows on TV.
body cameras.
No, not body cameras. They're chasing down cars. They call in a number.
Oh
The
yeah.
computer shuts the car off.
Well,
Yeah.
what is it? OnStar. If your car gets stolen, you can call them. They will
Yeah.
see where your car is at and stop it
Yeah.
and lock the door so the person in it can't get out.
I'll be scared of them doing that. I was thinking
They
they
can
pull
start
it over.
ripping your seats out and everything else get out.
Yeah, well.
The people who control the world's wealth may think they have everything under control. And we'll talk about that next week.
The guy told me one time, years ago now, that 80% of the world's money is controlled by 20% of the world's population.
Probably less than that.
I think less than that by now. I think he was pretty much right on the money.
Yep.
I've heard something about that in the news, talking about the ones that will control of everything.
What got me interested in that is I read an article about the guy that was the number 14th
728.
richest person in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Was a drug dealer.
Well,
And he got into a gun battle with the DEA.
well, we will see all of y'all.
Wow.
I guarantee you, they probably won it.
They did.
There's,
They shot and killed him.
There's a friend of mine, Don. Name's Don. Another D.
Another
Another
D.
D. All these D's.
He
go
worked.
around
He
there.
was a deacon at church where I used to go to, and he worked undercover. And they went down to Florida. They give them initial shotgun, pistol, or whatever, you know. They went down, and the bad guys come out with automatic machine guns and everything. They turned around and said, "Get that!" They went off.
Well, we will see y'all next week with Don, David, and Michael Eugene Houghton.
Have a good one, man.